Hi everyone. I am pleased to present HDIN Research's latest strategic analysis of the global acetic acid and derivatives industry. Today, we are moving beyond simple market numbers to explore the structural shifts and integration trends that will define the winners and losers of the 2025 to 2030 cycle. Looking at the map, the hegemony is clear. The Asia-Pacific region controls 80% of the industry. China alone possesses 13 million tons of capacity. Note the divergence in feedstocks. China is primarily coal-based, giving it a unique cost curve dynamic compared to the natural gas-based production in North America. In the last 5 years, China added 4 million tons, a 44% growth rate. This isn't just growth. It's a fundamental reshaping of global trade. The domestic oversupply in China is now so significant that it is forcing a re-evaluation of export strategies toward Southeast Asia and Europe. Concentration remains high. Celanese and INEOS represent the global standard for footprint and technology. However, Chinese players like Hualu Hengsheng are setting the new global cost floor through extreme operational efficiency and integrated coal-to-chemical parks. This is our most critical slide. We are tracking over 5 million tons of new capacity under construction for the 2026 to 2028 window. For standalone producers, this is a danger zone. Without captive downstream consumption, negative margins are a high probability in the coming years. Where does it all go? 60% of the market is tied to the big three: PTA, VAM, and ETAC. If you are not integrated into at least one of these pillars, you are essentially excluded from market stability. The remaining 25% represents the growth tier, where specialty margins are still attainable. PTA is the volume engine, deeply tied to the polyester and packaging industries. The trend here is absolute integration, the PX to polyester chain. This allows producers to absorb raw material price shocks better than anyone else. VAM is the bridge to the renewable energy sector. The boom in solar PV encapsulation is driving EVA demand, which in turn secures the VAM market. This is a high-growth sector where technology barriers for safety glass interlayers provide a sustainable moat. In the ETAC segment, we are seeing the rise of, quote, green chemistry. In Europe and North America, bio-based ETAC is no longer a niche. It's a requirement for ESG-conscious supply chains. Jubilant Ingrevia is a prime example of a leader capturing the sustainability premium through low-carbon pathways. N-butyl acetate remains the solvent of choice for the high-end coatings industry. With 2.1 million tons of capacity, market leadership is concentrated in players like Handsome Chemical and OXEA. The strategic focus here is maintaining high purity levels for the automotive refinish and pharmaceutical sectors. MCA is a regionalized game due to its hazardous nature. Supply is concentrated in giants like Nouryon and K-Babe. The growth engine here is CMC, which finds critical applications in oil drilling and the food industry. Success in MCA depends on local logistics mastery and long-term supply contracts. The 3 million ton acetic anhydride market is undergoing structural shifts. We are seeing a move away from standalone production toward captive feed models. As small-scale Chinese players exit due to environmental and margin pressures, the market is consolidating into the hands of integrated giants like Eastman and Celanese. This is a high-barrier segment. The Big Four control the majority of the trade. While cigarette filters provide stable cash flow through diacetate flakes, the real high-value growth is in triacetate TAC for LCD optical films, where technological barriers prevent commoditization. Dichotene is a classic example of value-added chemistry. It is rarely sold as a raw material. Instead, it is converted into complex intermediates for the pharma and agrochemical sectors. This is where specialized players, particularly in China and India, find shelter from the bulk commodity cycle. To summarize our regional view, Asia-Pacific remains your volume engine and cost benchmark. North America continues to be the global technology and specialty hub. Meanwhile, Europe is emerging as the sustainability frontier, setting the pace for the industry's decarbonization efforts. Our final strategic recommendations for the 2026 to 2030 period are clear. First, you must integrate downstream to survive the oversupply wave. Second, diversify into high-barrier products like TAC to escape the commodity trap. Third, green up your supply chain to capture the emerging ESG premium. And finally, rebalance your geographic footprint toward high-growth hubs in Southeast Asia and India. Thank you for your time. For a deeper dive into our proprietary datasets, customized cost curve analysis, or strategic consulting inquiries, please reach out to our team at HDIN Research. You can contact us at sales@hdinresearch.com. We look forward to supporting your strategic decisions.